Fiona and welcome back to Crocheting Diamonds. In today's video we are going to be doing another installment of Crochet for Absolute Beginners. In this video we are going to be learning the moss stitch. Now the moss stitch is one of the more basic stitch patterns you can learn. So once you've learned the basics of how to make your slip knot, your chain, your single crochet, your double crochet, this is one of the more simple stitch patterns that you can learn after that. But once you do the stitch, as you can see on this sample here, it does look very intricate, but the look of the stitch can change depending on what yarn you use. So I've made two swatches here to show you. We've got this one here that's in a solid colour. The stitch appearance does change once you use a variegated yarn. So this is a variegated yarn, is a yarn that changes colour throughout. So you can see the difference of how the stitch appears both in the solid colour and variegated. So let's move these samples to the side and get on with the tutorial, shall we? So now to get started on our sample. So I am just using some chunky yarn that I have left over. You're going to want to use the corresponding hook size. So for this it's going to be a 6mm. So we're going to start with a slip knot like so. I'm going to put that onto our hook, cinch that slip knot down, and then we are going to start with our chain. The moss stitch is a multiple of 2, so you're going to chain 2, 2, 2 and 2 until you get to the length of the project that you want. But for me, I'm just going to be doing a sample to show you how to do the stitch. So I'm just going to chain 20. So 1, 2, 3. So I've got my 20 chain stitches. I'm just going to add one on because we're going to start with a row of single crochet. So add 1. Now we're going to be, the first row we'll be doing is a row of single crochet. We're not going to work into the first stitch after the next to the hook. We're going to skip that stitch and we're going to work into the second stitch. So we're going to go into that second stitch like so. There we go. And we're just going to pop in a single crochet and we're going to do that all the way along. So we have our row of single crochet completed, and this is what we're going to work on. So this is the beginning of the moss stitch. The moss stitch is a 1 row repeat. So we are going to chain 2 and turn our work. The moss stitch is a 1 row repeat, and that's why it's good for beginners. We're not going to work into this first stitch, we're going to work into the second, and we're going to put in a single crochet. We're going to chain 1, we're going to skip stitch and put in a single crochet into the next, chain 1, skip a stitch, put a single crochet into the next, and we're going to be doing that all the way along until the end. So chain 1, skip a stitch, single crochet into the next, and we're almost at the end. Chain 1 and then a single crochet in that last stitch here, and that is the row that you're going to repeat all the way along. So we're going to chain 2, turn our work. We're going to be working into the chain spaces from now on. So we're going to single crochet into that chain space. We're going to chain 1, single crochet into the chain space, chain 1, single crochet into the chain space, chain 1, single crochet into the chain space, and that is what gives you the moss stitch look. So see it's starting to build. So we're chain 1, single crochet into the chain space, chain 1, single crochet into the chain space. Like I said, we're doing this all the way along. Single crochet to the next chain space. We're almost at the end. The end is a little bit different to the rest of the chain. So chain 1, single crochet into the chain space, chain 1, and then we did the chain 2 from the previous round. So there was the first chain, there's the second. In that second chain, we are going to put in a single crochet, and that will just give us a nice neat edge on either side of our work. It can be a little bit fiddly to do, don't worry. Make sure to get 2 loops on your hook, and we're just going to put a single crochet in there. So we're going to chain 2, turn our work. We're going to single crochet into the chain space, chain 1, single crochet into the chain space, and we're just doing this all the way along, and we're going to do it over and over until we've got the project complete. So chain 1, single crochet into the chain space, chain 1, single crochet into the chain space. We're almost at the end again. Chain 1, and then we're going to single crochet into that chain up of 2 from the previous round. There we go. Again, it's a little bit fiddly, just make sure you get 2 loops on your hook. There's the second row. We're going to chain 2, and we're going to repeat that row again. So we're going to put a single crochet into that chain space. We're going to chain 1, put a single crochet into the next chain space, and we're just repeating this over and over. And that's how simple the moss stitch is. So you would keep working in that fashion until you got the project you want, the size to the size you wanted. So this is what it looks like once you've been doing it over and over. So you can see where it starts to go, or should I say what it starts to look like. So that is what it will start to look like as you get further in. And that is the moss stitch. I hope that you found this video helpful. If you have, then please give this video a like, and if you'd like to see more content like this, then please do consider clicking on that subscribe button down below, and make sure you have your notifications bell turned on. That way you will get a notification of when I upload another video. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope to see you all next time. Bye!